Got my little bow on. Looking good.
Could your dad make a noise?
He's like, I'm just gonna be over here. I'm just gonna jingle jangle. You know me. I'm just gonna jingle jangle. Hi Mom, and welcome back to this video. So today we have a very exciting and fun video. First of all, my dog is making noise, so what else is new? Second of all, I'm gonna be talking about my 2020 favorites. So we're gonna be talking about makeup, skincare, hair care, perfume, deodorant, books, not movies. I don't really watch movies. I was gonna say movies, books and albums. You wanna see my boy? Wanna see my buddy? Say hi, I'm making an appearance. I look really sad because of the staining on my eyes, but I'm not sad, I'm happy boy. So we got a lot of makeup here. I didn't do this in any particular order because I'm a hot mess. I think I'm gonna start with eye products because I talk the most about eye products on this channel. And so if you watch my channel, you've probably already seen me talk about some of these eye things. So I'm just gonna breeze right through them. This year, I really have loved the Profusion $5 10 color palettes. I've talked about these a lot. I've raved on and on about how they're only $5. They're beautiful quality. They're everything you can want in an eyeshadow for $5. Those are my Profusion palettes. Go get them. They're at Walmart. They're a steal. My other eyeshadow faves in the affordable category. I've loved BH shadows this year. BH has beautiful shadows. I have like 6 or 7 palettes from them. This is one that I tried this year. I haven't used it a lot since I reviewed it, but it's just beautiful. They always make such quality shadows. I've been really excited about their brand. I think this is $18, but BH is always having sales, and this is one of my favorite palettes and one of my favorite brands of the year. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. Also, I've been a big fan of ColourPop this year. ColourPop, mama. She's been releasing and I've been buying. This is my favorite. This was my second palette in my recent palette ranking, but it's one of my favorites of the year because it's Christy. It's the Raw Beauty Christy at Forest Sight palette. This is like my perfect neutral palette. It's got a little bit of green, a little bit of blue, a little bit of orange, some yellow. This Amanita shade is probably one of my favorites in the palette. It's such a beautiful plum. I have it on the outer corner here today. I did kind of a plum and mustard sort of thing. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And Christy is also my favorite. Me and Kayla, the editor of this video, have taken to calling her Raw Booty Crispy. Not to insult her, just because it's funny. We love you, Raw Booty Crispy. Okay, breezing through the eyes. You probably saw me hold these up. My Nomad palettes. My Nomad palettes are another favorite of the Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. You're welcome. These are my 2 Nomad palettes that I got on sale for Black Friday. I love everything about these. I love the shimmers. I love the curated color stories. I love the packaging. Love the packaging. I've played with these a few times since I talked about them. You can see some of the pinks, some of the little kitties are getting scratched off there. These are just such good quality. The shimmers are so foiled, so beautiful. They are really powdery. I will say they're really powdery shadows, but they perform so well that it doesn't really bother me. Those are my eyeshadow favorites of the year. I think if you watch my channel, you probably knew that because I talk a lot about eyeshadow more than anything else. Let's start at complexion. I don't try a ton of foundations, and sometimes I'm limited on brands because some brands don't make stuff that's pale enough for me, so I really have to find brands that are making the big shade ranges for the pale ladies. But those are the best brands anyway because they cater to everybody, which is what we need. It's 2020, mama. These are my 2 foundation favorites of the year. The first one is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. I ordered this like when it launched. This is just a beautiful, it says hyaluronic hydrating foundation. This is a beautiful dewy medium coverage foundation. It's not like so dewy that you look like sweaty, but it is just got a Pretty Fresh is the perfect name for it. It's got a just fresh looking finish. You don't need to layer it on and layer it on. It doesn't look cakey, and it actually lasts pretty well. I wear this to work a lot, and underneath my mask, I find that it stays on pretty well. So I love this foundation. I definitely will repurchase it. I wear it in the shade Fair 05W, which is I think their lightest shade. It should be. I always just order the lightest shade. I don't even look. I just order the lightest shade. This is great. The next one is one that's been around for a while, but nobody ever talks about it, and I don't know why because it's beautiful. This is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation, 16-hour wear and oil-free. I wear this in the shade Ultra Light, which That sounds about right. I never hear anybody talk about hard candy. I never hear anybody talk about it, and I picked this up to do my ridiculous Trixie Mattel video because it was like the fullest coverage thing I could find at the drugstore. And this is full coverage, but it's not cakey. It lasts beautifully on the skin. It looks so natural. You can see I have a lot of highlighter on, but the finish of my skin is just natural. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a thick, heavy foundation. And this is just beautiful. I am absolutely going to repurchase this. I love this. And it also lasts really well under my mask. So underrated product at the drugstore. I don't know what the shade range is like. I don't think it's the best shade range, which is thumbs down, but if you can find your shade, do it. All right, gonna talk about concealer. I am a Tarte Shape Tape ass bitch. I've used the Shape Tape ever since it's come out. I love the Shape Tape. Everybody loves Shape Tape. Everybody has tried Shape Tape if you're a makeup person. It's a full coverage matte concealer. I don't find that it's too drying on me. Right now, I would say I have pretty normal skin, like normal to like light combination. Get a little oily here or there, a little dry here or there, but my skin right now thankfully is pretty normal, and I don't find that it's too drying on me. So if you have really dry skin, you may not like it. So that's a favorite because it's always a favorite, but one I just started using recently that I really love, and I've used this before, but I've kind of rediscovered it, is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline. It feels good. Like when you put it on, it feels good to put it on. I don't know how to explain that, but this is like a medium coverage concealer. It looks really natural. It does not crease. It's really lightweight. Like, so if you're wanting something that, I think this could work for all skin types, honestly. This is a very versatile concealer, I feel like. It comes in this little like sponge. I know a lot of people have talked about this too, and this is by no means a new product. I just really like this. It's really nice. I have it in the shade 095 Cool Ivory, probably also the lightest shade, so that's that. I had someone tell me the other day that I talk too fast, and how dare you say something that's so true. I'm not from the South, I talk fast. Continuing in our complexion, my two favorite powders of the year. I maybe have said this on my channel, but I'm not a powder ass bitch. I don't bake. I don't put on layers upon layers of powder. I usually just tap a little in the cap of my loose powder, take a brush, and very lightly go over my whole face. That's usually what I do. I just want enough to set it and enough to prevent creasing if I'm trying a product or something like that. But usually my favorite products, they don't crease, thank goodness. Just to have a little bit of something to round everything out, and these have been my two favorite powders this year. So we have the NK Makeup Perfection Finishing Powder. I got this off of iKate House for literally like $2. This is in the shade Light, but I think it acts, at least on me, it kind of acts like a translucent powder. I don't feel like it gives me much color, but if you were a deeper skin tone, maybe this shade wouldn't work for you. I'll have to find if they have other shades or not. For $2, I think this is how much this was. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't look cakey. It sets everything. I don't know. It just works, and it's so cheap. I'm absolutely gonna buy this again. It's just a basic powder, but the next one I'm going to talk about is more expensive, but why wouldn't I buy the cheap one? We're a broke ass bitch in this house. Up in here, up in here. Okay, this is one I got when I worked at Ulta. I got it in gratis. It's probably not something I would have thought to try by myself, but it is genuinely very good. And this is the Clinique Loose Powder. This one is in the shade 08 Transparency Neutral. This is good. It's a little bit darker than the other one. It says translucent, but it's definitely got, it's not like white like the other one, so you don't get a white cast with it, which is nice. But I feel the same way about this powder. I feel like it's very smoothing on the skin. I feel like a little goes a long way. I could just brush this on bare skin, I feel like, and just to like mattify and to control any oil, and I think that it would look good. And Clinique is good if you just like more simple products with simpler ingredients. So if you're a Clinique girl, this is the good. Let's go into like blush and highlight. Earlier this year during lockdown, I was doing my makeup pretty much every day because I wanted to feel like a person, but I also wanted to be creative, and so it just gave me something to do with my time. There was one time when my therapist called me for a video chat and I forgot. We had a video chat and I was like halfway through doing like a dramatic purple makeup, so I just had like purple eyeshadow like out to here with nothing else on. I looked like that little girl meme with the sparkles with the purple eyeshadow where she's just like, that's what I looked like, and I had to talk to my psychiatrist, and I'm pretty sure she was like, yeah, this person needs to keep seeing me. But during that phase, I got really into doing really dramatic eyes and not a lot on the skin, and I'm still kind of into that. Like I said, I use very light powder and I am into that full coverage foundation and stuff, but I did get into during lockdown, like I just wanted to focus on my eyes, so I would do like a tinted moisturizer, very little bit of concealer, and then cream products on the face, and I really got into that. So there was a phase where I was very into these ColourPop blush sticks. I just think they're really good. I even had luck putting them straight on. A lot of times you don't want to do that because it's going to pick up your foundation, but I didn't really have a lot of trouble with these doing that. And I just took a duo fiber brush and blended them out. They're like the perfect amount of pigment. I have several shades, but the ones I grabbed for this video are More is More, which is like this really beautiful peachy pink. And then this one is a pretty unique shade that I really like. This one's called Cool It. It's kind of a very cool tone, like mauve-y color. But I got very into doing that for a period this year. And these last well, they layer well with powder blushes. There we go, I said blush. And they blend out really easily. They're a really nice amount of pigment. They're not like so pigmented that you look like you have clown cheeks, but they're not so sheer that you can't see that you put anything on. So they're a nice medium pigment. There was definitely a phase where I was using these in 2020. So, and I still use them from time to time. I would say that I prefer powder blush because it's just quicker for me, but if I'm feeling like using a cream blush, this is what I'm using. Okay, more blush favorites. These are the powder blushes. Oh my god, my choker. Oh my god. Okay, this is also pretty new to my collection, but I know it's a winner. I know it's a winner. This is also from Nomad, Around the World Positano Sunrise, if I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, I am so sorry. This is my perfect color, like a corally pink. I really am into that for a blush. Peaches and corals I like more than like true pinks. This has a hint of pink, but it's mixed enough with the orange that I still really like it. And it's so blendable. It's so shimmery. It just brings a lot of life to the face. And I love this. I love everything that I've tried from Nomad. This is definitely going to be a new favorite coming with me into 2021. I used this to death in 2020. This is the Wet n Wild Pac-Man blush palette. I don't think you can get this anymore, but they do come out with this formula in different collections. There was that little, is it Karopi? Kardashian? I don't know. There was a there was a little collection with these little like anime characters that they came out with, and there was a pink version of this. So I don't think you can get this anymore. Mine has broken because I've used it so much. You can see I hit pan on that shimmery shade a couple of times over. This right here are those like pinky corals that are similar to the Nomad blush, but my favorites in here are this shimmery like peach and this matte orange. I love to mix them and then put them on the cheeks. It's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a lot of this stuff today. I forgot to mention. I'm wearing the foundation, the Glamouflage foundation. I think I might have said that. And this is the blush that I'm wearing today. And this has been my favorite all year. Like it's so fast. It's like you just dip your brush in and it blends like a dream. Like it's just so easy, and it's Wet n Wild, so it's affordable. And I do have another blush from Wet n Wild that's in their permanent range. I don't like it as much as these, but it's still good. So I think if you can find this formula in like these 4 pans, if they come out with any more collections with these 4 pans, these are where it's at. That would be my most favorite blush of the year because I used the crap out of this since I got it. Highlight. I got this a few months ago and it's been my staple ever since. This is the Rach Loves X Pixie blush palette. I do like Rach Loves on YouTube. I don't watch her a ton these days, but I do watch her. She's just a sweet little mom. This formula is so good. It's buttery. It like sinks into the skin. It doesn't just look like a stripe, because you can see this is what I have on today. I mixed these 2 like goldy colors here at the bottom, and it just looks like, you can tell I'm wearing highlighter obviously, but it blends into the skin so well, and it shifts, and it doesn't just look like a streak on my face. It looks like I'm glowing, because I am glowing because I'm so radiant. This is just beautiful. This is one of the best highlighter formulas I've tried. It's so creamy. I also really like this shade Lace. I haven't played too much with the purple. I haven't played a lot with this because it is too deep for me. I have tried to use it as an eyeshadow, but it's just not the right formula for an eyeshadow, in my opinion. The only complaint I really have with this is that these shades are so similar, like you can't really differentiate between them on the face. I just end up mixing them together a lot of times. It would have been nice, not necessarily for me, but for other people, if this was like a little bit deeper to get a little bit more range for some different skin tones. But for me personally, who is the color of mayonnaise, this works. and I love it. Okay, I already talked about this, but this is my bronzer favorite. I'm just gonna kind of glaze over this. This is Ruby Kisses All Over Glow Bronzing Powder in the shade Light Glow. This, again, IK House, like $2. This is a baked luminous bronzer. I'm not wearing it today. I should have worn it today. But I love this because it has like a gold tone, and I like the golden tone more than I like a super orange bronzer, or as my dad would say, orange bronzer. It has a beautiful golden tone. It's just the right amount of pigment. It looks really shimmery and beautiful on the skin, but not in a way that looks like you used a bronze highlighter. It looks nice. It looks natural. It looks nice, and it's cheap, mama. It's cheap, and we love cheap. I've already talked about this once, but this is good. We're gonna keep on trucking. Okay, brief eyeliner favorite. This is kind of beat up. I haven't tried a ton of liners, but this has been one of my favorite of the year. The LA Girl Perfect Precision Eyeliner in the shade Cobalt. I'll do a little swatch of it. Really pigmented. You wouldn't think, because normally these wooden eyeliners are not the ones that go best on the waterline right here. Normally it's like the cream ones, but this shows up on my waterline, and I can't tell you how few pencils actually show up right here on my waterline. I'm not wearing anything in my waterline today because blue didn't really go with this look. I can't get hardly anything to show up there, and this shows up. I like it a lot, and I use it with all my blue and purple looks. I haven't tried any other colors, but I want to, and if they're as good as this one, then I want to try them. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. Last eye favorite before we get to the lips. These I also got on IK House. That IK House order changed my life, mama. It changed my life. I bought a bunch of cheap makeup off of IK House, and I found a lot of hidden gems. These are the Cherry Blossom Free Silk Lashes. These are the 929s, which are also, I got 2 pairs of them, which are also what I'm wearing today. They're very fluffy. They're not really tapered. They're just like a straight out, but I have like a big round eye, so that works for me because my eye doesn't really have like that taper that some people's have with more of an almond shaped eyes. My eyes are just more round. I have like 3 or 4 styles of this, and I'm waiting on more to come in the mail. Shout out to you, USPS. We know you're working hard, mama. Thank you. These are $1. And for Black Friday, they were doing 20% off, so I got 20% off $1, which I don't know what that is because that's math, and I'm not gonna do math. $1. $1. They last through several wears. They're easier for me to put on than other lashes. I don't know why that is. Something about the band. They look beautiful. They last. I'm not gonna go back to Ardell for $7 or $8 when I can pay $1 for these. Are you kidding me? And they have a lot of big styles. Since I do have big eyes, I don't really wear short lashes. I wear big lashes because everything else looks like underwhelming on my eyes. Like there's no point unless they're a big lash on me personally. So these are it for me. Go on IK House and get these for $1, especially if you're new to lashes. These are just easy to put on, and you didn't spend a lot of money, so you don't have to feel bad about not wearing them every day. Lip favorites, and then we're gonna get into the other things. This is a long video. Grab a snack. All my Squishmallows are riveted. They're like, girl, we want to know, what are your favorites? So the lip that I'm wearing today is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Lip. I don't know the shade because I have it green dotted from when I worked at Ulta, so I could take it into the back room and they knew it was mine. But this is one of my favorite lip formulas that I've discovered this year. I'll have to see where you can get these because they stopped selling them at Ulta. I haven't really seen Flower at Walmart. Maybe they're still online. I hope that they're still a thing. I hope that they're not gone because I have several shades in this Miracle Matte Lip, and I've been wearing it and been drinking coffee this whole time. And it wears off a little. Like, it's not completely transfer proof, but it wears off in a way that's nice. It doesn't just leave you bald on the butthole area of your mouth, as Sophia Nygaard would say. The inner lip. I'm sorry I said butthole. Oh, Jesus. These last really long. They're very comfortable. I've worn them under my mask and minimal transfer. These are just a really good solid liquid lip, so if you can find them in this color, I wish I knew the name of this color, but this color is a really good like brownie nude on me. I really like it. And I also love, I have several colors, but this is the color I brought out, which is Peachy Nude 015. They're cream lipsticks. These also last really well. They're really opaque, and for a cream lipstick, they last exceptionally well. Like, you don't get a ton of transfer like you would normally with a cream lipstick. I really like these Flower Beauty products. They're good. I hope you can still get them. This is my favorite because of the color. Also, during lockdown, I convinced myself that I needed a yellow brown lipstick. I don't know why I convinced myself of that, but I was trying to find one that wouldn't break the bank and that came in this specific color, and I found this one from Menagerie in the shade Leo, and it's just the perfect color. It's that like dirty, like honey mustard, the dirt on your shoe. It sounds disgusting, but it's so beautiful, like honey barbecue sauce color. I'm so good at the metaphors, but I love it. It's so flattering. It goes great with like a golden look. It also came in this beautiful packaging, so 10 out of 10. Okay, another lip thing that I have mentioned on this channel, so I'm gonna breeze over it really quick, is my Mario Badescu Mint Lip Balm. I can't ever find the original anymore, so I just get the mint instead of the rose because it's more appealing to me. This is the best lip balm ever. It's very comfortable. It stays on your lips. It doesn't just sink in and then go away. It stays on your lips. So this is my favorite. This is probably my 5th or 6th tube of this. I will never go back. This is the best lip balm. Skin favorites, I talked about this. This is the Equate Beauty. I feel James Welsh quaking. I feel him quaking. It's a dupe for the Aveeno Positively Radiant Naturally Beaming Daily Moisturizer. Moisturizer. I like this because it gives your skin a beautiful glow. It's affordable. You can get it at Walmart. It's very accessible. It's just the right amount for me because, like I said, I have pretty normal skin, so it's not so thick that I'm gonna get like a little oily, but it's not so thin that I feel dry. It's just the perfect consistency. This is my 2nd bottle of this, and I can see myself continually buying this in the future, so she's good. Another favorite that I've had since about 2019, but I've never talked about on my channel, is this Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum with peach extract and peptide complex. My skincare right now is not the greatest. I tend to just go to sleep because I'm so tired all the time and be like, I'll wash my face in the morning. When I'm being good about my skincare, this is my serum. It gives you glass skin. It like minimizes your pores. It's so hydrating. It gets a little sticky, but it's not bad. I think this is around like $28 or $30 at Ulta. It is a little bit bougie, but this is my, I want to say like 4th bottle of this, and I keep using it. I love to layer it with different moisturizers. It just adds the perfect level of moisture, and I feel like I'm giving some good stuff to my skin, so we like her. Now, my favorite deodorant. So I switched to natural deodorant because I began to be afraid of regular deodorants. And I tried all of the popular ones and none of them worked for me except for this one. This is the Tom's Natural Odor Protection Long Lasting Deodorant. This is the unscented one. No aluminum, no parabens, no artificial preservatives. This is a natural deodorant that actually keeps me from sweating. I don't smell like a nasty sweat ball at the end of the day like I did through other natural deodorants. I think natural deodorant, you have to go through like a period of detoxing where your body is getting used to the natural deodorant. I'm not a scientist, but that's what I've heard. My body is used to it now, and this is the best one that I've tried. So if you're looking for a natural deodorant, Tom's. For hair, I've had this in 3 colors. On this channel, I have had this teal hair, I have had dark evergreen colored hair, and I have had like a plum purple. And I have used this punky color shampoo plus conditioner for every single one. What I do is I mix it with just a regular shampoo. I don't use this as conditioner because my hair is way too dry for that. Look how dark that is. They put pigment in these. I've tried 3 colors and they are so pigmented that even when you mix them and dilute them with another shampoo, this is pigmented. This is pigmented enough that I had purple at the ends of my hair. I washed it with this and it got rid of the permanent purple color and turned it teal. So if you want to keep your color fresh, this is like 16 bucks at Ulta. Like I said, it goes a long way if you dilute it. This is great. And then you can get the benefits of your other shampoo and the color of this. So really good. Every color I've tried of this has been really good. This is the Tealistic one. Perfume, I've also mentioned this. Nest Indigo. I asked for a full-size bottle of this for Christmas. You might be seeing this after Christmas, but it's before Christmas right now. This is like the best smelling perfume I've ever smelled. I'm about halfway through it, but I prefer spray bottles to roller bottles because I feel like you can smell them more. I don't know how to describe the notes in this. It doesn't say on the bottle. It's just so good. It's like floral, but sweet and fruity. I don't know how to, just go smell it. Go to a Sephora and smell it. This is my favorite perfume of the year. Okay, now on to more lifestyle favorites. This is a long video, mama. She's a long video and I'm talking fast and I'm saying mama a lot. I'm so sorry. Have I turned into, what's her name? Laganja Estranja? Yes, mama god. No, my apologies. Light and love to the LGBTQ plus community. Sorry if I'm appropriating you. So I recently have gotten back into burning incense and it just takes me back to when I was a teenager wanting to be a little hippie queen and I was wearing wooden bracelets and long maxi skirts every day. This Nag Champa scent, it's hard to describe scents, but it's so relaxing. This is my favorite incense scent. It just has this woody, natural, nice scent. And it's been really relaxing me, so I've been really into burning incense. So if you are an incense type of guy or gal, get the Nag Champa one because it smells super good. I've also talked about other types of favorites on this channel, but I would say my favorite books of the year were the Blood and Ash books by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Those are my favorite of the year. I talked about them in my book video. We'll link her down below. It was mainly the romance. Jennifer knows how to create some tension, and we thank her for her service. And there's also enough plot that it keeps you interested. It's great pacing. They're just good, and they were my favorites of the year. I don't really have any favorite movies or TV shows because I don't really watch movies or TVs. I don't watch TVs. I don't watch TVs. I'm in a small minority there. But my favorite albums of the year, Folklore and Evermore by Taylor Swift. Folklore and Evermore by Taylor Swift. I know Evermore just came out like several days ago, but it earned its spot already. It tells such a beautiful story. Every song is a story. It's got this folky, beautiful, like ethereal fairy tale sound, especially Evermore. If you are still dealing with your internalized misogyny that makes you hate Taylor Swift, it is time to move on and listen to Taylor Swift. Let yourself have that. She knows what she's doing. What else? At the end of the year this year, I've been into Jessica Rabbit by Sleigh Bells. Thank you, Kayla. We love some aggressive women chanting over tempo change every 30 seconds metal music. We love that. I've been listening to a lot of Say Anything. I don't think that they're a thing anymore, but I listened to a lot of Say Anything this year. The songs Cemetery, Amen, Fed to Death, The Futile. Those have been some of my favorites of this year. Also favorites, Squishmallows. I started collecting Squishmallows this year. I have almost 800 views at this point on my Squishmallows unboxing, which is a lot of views for me. Those are my favorites. And also my cat Rowan. We got him in 2020, like right after lockdown. He's a favorite too. He's a big himbo boy, big chunky himbo. Okay. Rapid fire, those are my favorites. Those were my favorites. I talked really fast and boom, 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 boom. Gave you some products. We talked about a little bit of everything. Hopefully you got some good recommendations for products if you're looking for anything new in any of these categories. Yeah, let me know what your favorites of 2020 were. Did you have favorite makeup, favorite hair care, favorite skincare? Like, what did you love? What were you loving? Let me know. Leave it down below. If you like videos like this, if you like makeup and tomfoolery, then please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, Mom.